Well, good morning. It is very early in the morning. It's around 4:30, and just having a hard time sleeping like usual. It's been this way for a very long time. I can't sleep because of electronic harassment, electronic torture. There's no question in my mind that people are killing themselves because of microwave warfare. You can have your home vibrate the frequency of depression, hate, fear, revenge, shoot up school frequency. And right now your government is playing with us like a bunch of rats in a cage. They're experimenting on me. Every night they try to change the frequencies. And they try to figure out what affects us the most. All I know is that this stuff ages you. It makes you feel lethargic, tired all the time, microwaving people. I don't see a difference between putting a cat in a microwave oven than microwaving a human being. This is what the corporations are doing. And the police, military, FBI, DOJ, NSA, whatever, they're not helping you. When I saw the geoengineering going on, poisoning people by air, and it's not just poisoning, it's also nanotechnology. The nanotechnology aids in their creating certain frequencies. The chemicals that they put in your body react to the frequency technologies, and it makes it more difficult. Blocking out the sun is solar radiation management is absolutely spiritual warfare because they're separating you from the natural force of God. How else do you explain it? The earth, the moon, and the sun, and all the stars, they have a certain, the scientific term is the Schumann cavity resonance. Now, I don't know how what I'm telling you is bullying or extreme bullying. I don't know how truth is bullying, but for some reason YouTube and Google have decided that what I have to say is extremely threatening to their power structure. Also, I want people to realize that these school shootings, no question in my mind that these are staged. I knew that they were going to happen. I predicted it many years ago. They want control of the schools because when they kill the parents, just like the movie, what is it, The Fifth Wave or whatever, when they kill the parents, they're going to militarize your children. That's why they're militarizing the schools. Satan is slowly chipping away at your civil freedoms and liberties. So a school shooting happens, all of a sudden freedom of speech is violated, and also the Second Amendment by the corporations. Do you get that? A few years back, a National Guard under some type of psychopathic, mentally deranged captain raided and killed 72 people to confiscate guns. What do you expect these people to do when you're confiscating their means of protecting themselves? If the government has deemed people to be a militia falsely, these people's lives are in danger. They need guns. And by the way, we don't have a government. 1933 Federal Emergency Reserve Act says that we have a central banking system. We don't have a government. And never, ever, ever will a bank protect you. That's not their job. Their job is to racketeer on you and make money. sell you on the commodity stock exchange like cattle through your birth certificates, your driver's license, your signatures, your Visa cards. Every time you sign something, they're trading you like cattle. And if you don't believe it, that's really sad that you don't even know, kind of like the days of Moses. You don't know that you're a slave? At least those people were smart enough to know that they were slaves. I mean, the devil found a way to enslave you, and you don't even know you're a slave. Let me ask you a question. Can you go to Tahiti? No, you can't. You need a permit. You need a passport. You need a lot of money. So, no, you're not free. All I know is this is a fact. God gave this world equally to you. So a man that says, I need permission to go to Tahiti or money to go to Tahiti is a Satanist. He has stolen my freedoms. I know that you think that that is a normal way of living, but it's not. You should be able to explore this planet without being infringed upon or racketeered on with their travel passports and their travel and this and fuel and all this stuff. You've got 2 feet, don't you? We have boats that sail, right? There's cost no money to sail. But somehow they figured out how to racketeer on you and make it to where you can't do what you want to do. It's really sad. Let's get back to tonight. You can't sleep. They're always dialing in some type of frequency. They're doing it also to my rental properties. They're harassing my tenants. I've actually called the St. Tammany Parish Coroner's Office. I gave them facts about electronic harassment and the many doctors that are researching this, and no one's gotten back to me. Okay? So it's the same as my daughter's death. They were electronically torturing my daughter, and that was failed to be admitted because it seems to me that the police are busy. Well, it's not really the police's fault. It's the people in charge. They're busy helping the Democrats satanize our community by convincing people that, oh, the military needs these weapons. Look, no, they don't, guys. I mean, this is a weapon that infiltrates a community and kills everybody in the community silently. This is technology that existed thousands and thousands of years ago. Pyramids, days of Noah, all this stuff. Weather modification, weather manipulation. This is frequency technology. Tesla, I read a story about Tesla, and he had an oscillator, and he was making the building shake and earthquakes with this oscillator long time ago. Okay, now Hillary Clinton is using the same technology in places like Haiti and New Zealand and all kind of places. And then they racketeer on these people. They go in and they pretend like, here's FEMA, here's some money. You know, we're here to save you. And next thing you know, they steal all these people's money. If you call this bullying, telling the truth, you're a moron. You're an idiot. This is not bullying. This is a real story of reality. If the fake news wants to keep lying to you, let them. So yes, you can kill people and cause them to be angry, depressed, shoot up a school through frequency technology, especially when they have been chipped and there's location devices on them, tracking devices, and neurological chips that are attached to their nerve, like what I have. Why does the government deem me as a terrorist? Well, probably because I've been chipped. Simple as that. But their experiment is not working on me. They want you to go shoot up schools. How can we have a government that wants this to happen? Yeah, well, we do. That's absolutely fact. They want people to go shoot people, kill people, because their goal is to kill everybody on planet Earth. Start over with a new artificial intelligent human race. I'm sure these new human race is half robot, half human. And then the military will be super soldiers. They will be humans integrated into machines, kind of like RoboCop. So if you're an FBI, CIA, NSA agent, or whatever, and you think for one moment that you're protected, you're not. When you get rid of the truthers, then you're going to see who these people really are. Because we're the only love vibration on this earth right now. We're the only thing that vibrates love. And what do they call us? Hate. Satan always calls us the opposite. We're the ones that vibrate love for the world. And then they call us haters. Unbelievable. All I know is one thing. I've never killed anybody, never plan on killing anybody, and nor do I have anything in common with some crazy lunatic kid that goes and shoots up a school. But they're going to try to make us associated with these it's a new species, our children. Our children are a whole new species than us. When I was a kid, and even now, I grew up with a daddy and a mommy, and they taught me that a gun was for protection and maybe hunting. And they were pretty to look at. Okay? And they gave you bragging rights when you had, a bigger gun than somebody else. Okay? Never, ever did we ever consider shooting up a school. Okay? And it's pretty sick when you see Hollywood participating in violence constantly, violent video games, MSNBC. MSNBC says take away your guns, but they're not taking responsibility for X Games, Xboxes. What do kids do on Xbox? Well, they shoot people constantly, brainwashing. Psychotropic drugs, the medical field. Bill Clinton has control of he's like a giant Scarface. And this is a fact. He's been dealing drugs since the dawn of Arkansas, him and his brother. So when Bush said there's a war on drugs, how come drugs are at their worst it's ever been? You see how that works? When they say that they're going to fix something, they just take it over and they make it worse. They don't fix it. That's exactly what's going to happen to your guns. And what's happening to your children is they're militarizing your schools. Why would they do that? Because they plan on killing you, the parents. And then they're going to kill the kids. They're only going to take the kids that they want. And typically, they're going to be 6 years old and below. High school kids will probably form a militia, kind of like that TV series Taps or something, or TV movie. They'll form a militia, but now they can't because you can't have a gun unless you're 21. You see how this works out? They know exactly what they're planning, and they're strategically making it to where people can't defend themselves. It's kind of like me. They staged an arrest. They had some kid come and perpetrate a crime on my property, arrested me instead of the kid, took away my guns, right? And now they're trying to take away my dogs. Okay, so they don't want you to have protection. You understand this? They don't want you to have protection. They want to be able to come and kill you, hang you from a ceiling fan, and then say you killed yourself. Or electronically torture you to death and give you a heart attack or whatever. They don't want you to be protected. They want to make it easy for them to roll up, shoot you in the head, or just kidnap you and take you to their laboratories or whatever. I don't know why the people of this world don't believe me. I don't know what's wrong with you. There's something wrong with you. Seriously. Why can't your eyes see reality, especially with all the things that are happening? Why don't your eyes see that we didn't shoot up schools when I was a kid, and now we do? No Bible in the school, daddy's in prison, mommy's throwing the kid in the daycare center, where there's no telling what's happening there. There's no parents. Haven't you figured that out? Look at me. They've got it set up to where you can't work. It was a strategic plan that Kimberly Gottfredson deployed on me. Have a child, file phony police reports to where I can't get a job, and then drain me financially. Okay. Well, guys, I was able to go through the maze and support my child because the system didn't want me to support it. They wanted me in prison a long time ago, back in 1998 when Google first came out. That was their plan. So they deployed Plan 2, and they had me remarried, and that girl wanted to have a child. And I said, no way. I thought to myself, they're tricking me. There's something wrong with this person. She's mentally ill. She was poisoning me, trying to kill me with poison. And I have proof. So was Kimberly. They were putting shit in our food. These people are Aryans. They're airheads. There's something seriously wrong with them. I would never do that to another human being. I would never stick poison in somebody's food. Never. They're mentally deranged, just like these kids that shoot up schools. So the only mentally deranged people are the lefters. And that's a fact. The right people are not mentally deranged. And here's the thing. Kimberly and my ex-wife will say that they're of the right. They'll vote of the right. This is how mentally deranged they are. But they don't even know that they're working for the left. That's really stupid, isn't it? It's beyond stupid. All right, guys. Well, I want to thank you for listening. And those of you that are going through what I'm going through, God bless you for the fight. And those of you that are just mentally ill, I'm really sad for you. I love you, but why did God curse you to where you cannot see reality? Why did he do that? Why are you so brain dead? Why are you still in your grave? Why can't you see that we don't even have a government? Why do you think that these organizations are here to protect you? Why do you think this stuff? Why are you standing in the street getting paid by George Soros to say, give away your guns, when guns don't even have a living soul? I mean, there's some molecules moving around in there as a possession, but it's not living. It's not going to jump up and start shooting up a school. It takes a human being with a retarded brain to do something like that. Well, when they picked me for their Voice to Skull program, I guess they thought that I would go shoot up a school too, but I didn't. So I'm a casualty of war. I was a lab experiment that failed. So what's their plan? Well, do some more, capture me, and do some more experiments. Just like what Hitler did. Or just shoot me in the head. Right? or blow up my car or whatever. I don't know what they're planning on doing, but I know that they want me captured or dead. No question about that. So I am sorry for you lefties that can't see reality. I really am. I'm sad for you. I pray for you all the time. I've sacrificed my life for the truth, and you people are just allowing these corporations to shut down our voices of reality, and infiltrate you with nothing but lies from the fake media and diversions. It's amazing that you're worried about Donald Trump's trade agreements, steel and aluminum, when you're being sprayed like a bunch of roaches by air every day. Chemical warfare. That's amazing to me. That it just blows my mind that 17 children dying is more important than an entire planet being sprayed, birds, bees, animals dying by the millions per day, insects, and people go, well, that's just the insects. Well, you can't, it's a symbiotic relationship. If they die, you die. If the trees die, you die. If the plankton in the ocean dies, you don't have oxygen. I don't understand why you don't see this. And it's all dying. The only thing left is for you to be integrated into a robotic society. That's what they want. You won't have air to breathe, people. You will have to be a robot. Hello? A robot body with a human brain, I guess. Now, I was watching a commercial, and it was talking about this guy who, I don't know, what is it called? Bachelor or something like that. And he dumped this girl. And some girl gets in a CAT scan and scans her emotions. Look, my brain was on fire with emotions. Well, you're watching TV, lady. It's not real. You're feeling emotions on something that is staged. Just like football and basketball. It's all staged. It's a damn show. It's a movie. It's a script. It's a diversion. I don't know why you don't see this stuff. So you are now feeling emotions, allowing your brain to be scanned, just like your thumbprints and your eye prints, and you're allowing these people to have your DNA and the way that the brain operates so that they can create robots. Of course they're scanning your brain. Obama has what they call the Brain Mapping Initiative. And I know for a fact that I'm one of his test rats. I even know people that are putting microwave cameras on cell towers. What do you think a microwave camera is, people? It's a CAT scan. It's the same shit. What they've done with me for years is create trauma. And then when they create trauma, they scan your brain so that they can make self-parking cars and self-driving cars and machines that think like a human. How do you think they are getting this technology without using humans in real life situations? You can't bring somebody to a CAT scan and say, okay, let me feel this emotion. It doesn't work that way. You're in a prison, you're in an environment where you have other emotions. You're not going to get accurate data unless the person is really experiencing the trauma and that they think the trauma is real. And that way the car can break itself just like a human being. You understand this? It'll have cameras, it'll have your brain scanned, it'll be able to stop without, why would Satan want this? Why would any human being want a car that operates itself where you don't need the human race? I mean, I've always thought riding a horse is awesome, because the horse, if you're a demon, it won't let you ride it. Therefore, you don't need a driver's license. The damn horse says, okay, get the hell off of me, you demon. Because dogs and horses sense evil, hate, okay? Psychotic people. I mean, I don't know how many times my dog doesn't like certain people. And these people are typically drug addicts. They hate. They live in hate. Oh, you know. And it's amazing that you think that we live in hate. We're sacrificing ourselves for truth, but we live in hate? How brain damaged can you possibly be that we are the ones living in fear when you refuse to go after the power structure? You want to imagine that none of this stuff is happening, live in your, bizarro world, and just think, oh, everything's fine. I'm just going to go to work and mind my own business. And slowly, you're being sucked down a drain of no return. And not only you, but your kids, the animals, the birds, the bees, the ocean, it's all being sucked down through a funnel, a black hole of death, that there's no return. Once the human race is wiped out, God is gone. Once the human race is integrated with computers, there's going to be no God. It's going to be man being gods of men. Some people say, well, that's God's plan. Really? I thought God's plan was heaven on earth. I thought we were supposed to battle Satan and create heaven on earth. Not, oh, well, it's just God's plan to make human and robots integrate. So I'm just going to sit back with my slothful, lazy beer and pizza and eat all their poison and just watch it happen. It's showtime. I'm too lazy to fight. Matter of fact, I'm so lazy that I'm going to call the conspiracy theorists crazy, and they're living in fear and they're paranoid. That's how crazy, that's how mentally ill you are, that you're so lazy, you don't want to fight, but then you call us conspiracy theorists crazy people. And we're the ones that are in the fight. What else would you call us? Heroes? No. Cowards don't call heroes heroes. Cowards want cowards to be heroes. I mean, I guess this is bullying, right? Am I bullying? Who am I bullying? People that don't want to do what God intended them to do? And by the way, when bullying came out, wasn't it about children being bullied in school? Yes, it was. You see how the children are being shot. They got children up there saying, oh, give away your guns. They're using children, just like the Bible says. The Baals, devouring children. That's what Satan does. He devours children. And now they're using the bullying instead of in high school, but they're using it on us and on the internet. Can you believe how this works? Now they're doing it with guns. I told you years ago that the bullying thing was going to be used against us. I knew it. I saw it. I saw that just as bright as day. Oh, I guess that's bullying when I can see what you can't see. I could see that when I was in school, there was bullying, but it created character. Sorry to tell you that. Okay? When kids can't handle, when you tell a kid, hey, if you hit somebody, that's a felony, but you're supposed to just take the bullying. Well, let me tell you what we did when we were kids. When somebody bullied me, which I didn't get bullied much, because I was typically a tougher kid. But I know what it's, I used to defend the people that used to get bullied. But let me tell you what we did. We would kick the living shit out of that person. We would fight them. And people go, oh, that's violence. Well, it worked. It certainly worked. It didn't make people so angry to where they released and grabbed a gun and shot up a school, because we didn't do that. So I'm going to tell you something. It's better to have your ass whipped by your daddy. Okay, it's better to have your ass whipped by your mommy and your teacher, because we didn't shoot up schools when that was going on. And we respected our parents. And it is better to kick the shit out of somebody that's bullying you. The old-fashioned way worked. Okay? Oh, you're bullying me? Okay. I'm going to go practice my martial arts, and then we're going to fight. And I promise you. Matter of fact, if I go back in time, some of the best friends that I ever had are people that I had disagreements with, that I got into fights with, and we become best friends. Isn't that amazing how that works? It's amazing. But yeah, it's a fact. But they don't want people to be friends. So they don't want you to fight. They want you to literally be driven crazy. You can't defend yourself with your fists. And people might be watching this. Oh, that is not the solution. Sure it was. It worked back then. In the 50s, when somebody bullied somebody, another person would go and defend that person being bullied. And they would say, hey, you bully him again, I'm going to kick your ass. And the bullying stopped. You understand that? That's what I used to do when I was a kid. I used to go up to people and say, stop bullying my friend, or I'm going to kick your ass. And it stopped immediately. Because they knew that we meant it, right? Now, I'm not promoting fighting, but I am promoting to where there is a limit to a tolerance, just like our government right now. The limit has passed a long time ago. It's time for you to refuse to conform. Peaceful nonconformity. When they tell you they're taking your guns, do not give up your guns. When they say that they're going to create a bullying law, don't allow it. When they say they're going to vaccinate your kids and force it, do not allow it. Peaceful nonconformity. And that way the devil just can't slowly integrate himself into your life. Because that's exactly what's happening. The devil says, oh no, I'm a ravenous wolf in sheep's clothing. Don't fight. We don't want violence. Well, guess what? It's better to throw some knuckles than for a kid to bring a gun to school, you freaking idiots. Oh, I guess that's bullying. I don't give a crap. The truth is not bullying. Extreme bullying. My way is the right way. And it's proven that it works. Because we didn't shoot up schools, didn't even think about it. And they were tough kids in the school that had a heart, like myself. And I always defended people that were bullied. We didn't tolerate that stuff. When I was a kid, we didn't like it. We would see people being predated upon, and we defended them. We would literally form like a little miniature militia in school, and we would say, stop abusing our friend. Stop bullying him. Because typically these people were insecure, and there was something seriously wrong with them that were bullying other people. I never, ever, ever bullied people in my life. Never. But then I have YouTube saying that now I'm bullying. Really. Well, my method works, and it's proven. Your method, taking away guns and saying that you can't fight and you defend yourself when some... Look what the sheriff's department's telling me. You can't have a dog. You can't have a gun. Well, I got people trying to kill me. because I'm right. But then they don't want you to defend yourself. Why is that? Well, maybe it's the sheriff's department that's trying to kill you. Well, let's say. Well, exactly. That's exactly what's happening. The people that are trying to kill you are saying, well, we're going to stage something into where we can't have him a gun. And they have so much power that they intimidate the lawyers. The lawyers won't even help you. Well, let me tell you something. They can never tell me I can't defend myself. All right? So, and let me tell you something. I'm a martial artist, okay? I still practice my martial arts. But I'll tell you one thing. If somebody has a machine gun, then you need a machine gun. You understand this? Somebody has a tank, then you need a tank. Okay? The military knows this very well. If somebody has frequency technology, use it back on them. Tear apart your microwave, get the magnetron, and point it at their ass. See how they like it. Since there's no laws to regulate it, we could just point microwaves at each other like a bunch of morons. I can microwave you while you sleep, and you can microwave me. How's that sound? But this is, this is reality, guys. Doesn't the military operate? If you have nukes, I'm going to have nukes. Yes, they do. They operate exactly like that. So how is what I'm telling you some type of fictional reality? It's real. Our own military buy into this this way of thinking. They always want the bigger, better deal. If they want to disarm you, then that means that they want to be able to easily take you into a prisoner and shoot you in the head. Period. There's no other intention that they could ever want besides that. All right, guys, today is March the 7th, 2018. And if I offended anybody, then there's something wrong with you. This is truth. It's hard truth. It's high level truth. And if you can't handle it, then don't watch my videos. You have that choice. Okay? Now, if somebody has a choice whether to watch my videos or not watch my videos, then how would that be bullying? Wait a minute, you made a choice to watch my video. That's what you're doing. I didn't go tie you up and force it to you. Matter of fact, the web crawlers don't even promote my videos. I'm not even syndicated. So in order to find my videos, you got to actually dig and dig and dig. The average person will not find my videos. Period. You have to do like a name search in order to find me. So wait a minute. If I'm not propagated on the front line of YouTube, I'm not syndicated, so you might as well just say I'm at the airport and I'm like the 1 trillionth customer. Okay? That's how hard it is to find me. Okay, you might as well just say Fred is a needle in the haystack. So basically, you gotta find the needle in the haystack and then watch and then spend the time to watch my video in order to be bullied. All right, I'm gonna say this again. You got to go find the needle in the haystack, okay? And then spend the time to watch the video in order to be bullied, so to speak. Well, don't watch it. I'm not out there rustling you with a rope and tying you up and forcing you to watch my videos. Did I do that? That's bullying. Did I take my videos and, do some type of manipulation with the cable system and kind of like, what is that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger to where they they propagated the truth on the media. You know, did I disconnect the cable box and plug mine in? No, I didn't. I didn't force it in your house. You made a free will choice to watch it. Now, if I'm in a schoolyard, this is how they sold this bull crap. If I'm in a schoolyard and somebody's bullying me, you're not finding a needle in a haystack, people. Every day that person comes face to face with that person. It doesn't work that way on the internet, guys. There's trillions upon trillions upon trillions of videos you got to go through to find one video. You have to really, really search to find it. You got to subscribe. I don't force it on you. I'm not walking up to you in your private space and forcing my videos on you. So how can this be bullying? When I'm in a schoolyard and somebody is bullying me, I'm going to ignore them. Well, here I am trying to ignore them, but then they're forcing themselves on me. You see what I'm saying? I don't force anything on you. This is how brain dead the left is. They could never win in court. Never. That's why we have to take them to court. That's why I raise money on my Fundly account. That's why they take down my videos. They don't want you to raise money because they know that they could be sued. You could never, ever win, ever, unless you had some type of nuclear bomb on somebody's house and the jury. You know, hey, we're going to push the nuclear bomb on your family if you don't convict this guy. That's the only way that we could ever be convicted, is if you paid the jury. Period. And of course, they're not above that either. So how in the world can we be bullied when you're seeking me out? They're getting paid to racketeer and write letters so that we are deemed bullies on the internet. Seriously. You're the one that's looking for me. You've built artificial intelligence web crawlers to find me. You're searching for me. Well, wait a minute. Stop searching for me and you don't have to watch it. I've always said my videos are not for people of the left. This is right brain knowledge. Don't even come on my channel if you're a lefty. Okay? You have to be spiritually awakened in order to even understand what I'm saying. It's like throwing the Bible at a lefty, Hillary Clinton. If you threw the Bible at her, I think it would burn before it hit the ground. Just being in her vicinity. I mean, oh, I guess that's bullying. Well, Hillary, you don't have to watch my videos. I didn't walk up to your house and say, you would burn the Bible just in your presence. You're so evil. I didn't walk up to your house. I didn't confront you. I didn't come in your face. I'm just telling the truth. And it takes a person that's looking for a needle in the haystack to even find me. So that's not bullying. Bullying is when you're trying to avoid that person, and then that person puts themselves in front of you anyway. Now, I used to work for a technology corporation. I know that they want to kill everybody on the planet. And I also know how the web crawlers work. I have never been syndicated. Ever. I've had my YouTube channel shut down 6 times. And I had a total, I added them all up, of 1.2 million subscribers over that, 8-year period, 9-year period. Okay? So I would be, right now, a very, very popular website with a good income if they would just leave me alone. That's all I want. Just leave me alone. Let me have my free speech. If you don't want to watch me, don't watch me and you won't get bullied. Period. That's your choice. But all I know is that, let's say, I'm going to try to paint the picture in another way. Let's say a person's bullying you. Well, you certainly don't go to that person's house, do you? No, you don't. You stay away from them. It's easy to avoid bullying on the internet. Just don't watch it. Now, you telling me that I'm not going to syndicate your stuff. I'm not going to give you any advertising money. I'm not going to put you in the front of the line in the search engines. I'm not going to give you fair trade. I'm going to give that to CNN, MSNBC, okay, and Fox. No way. I'm not going to allow you to be as popular as them. I'm going to push you amongst the trillions of videos, and nobody's ever going to be able to find you. You're in Never Never Land. So I'm not going to, when I search a topic, I'm not going to put Frederick Wust at the top of the list, period. But you're telling me that if a bully is bullying person, then that person that's being bullied is actually going to go to that person's house? I don't think so. Well, I'm a glutton for punishment, so let me go knock on his front door, stand there, and let him harass me. It doesn't work that way, people. All you got to do is stop watching the video. Simple as that. The people that want to hear the truth, they can hear it. The people that don't want to, you have that freedom. So I'm trying to get people to understand how evil the devil works. You're using something that doesn't even make sense. If you don't want to be bullied, then don't go to the person's house. You're saying that, no, we want people to go to that house. You know, we want them to be punished. Well, don't watch it. How else can I explain this? I mean, you know, I'm not throwing my propaganda at your front doorstep, people. Matter of fact, it's impossible for you to even find me. What you're saying is you want a dictator fascist society that only propagates what you want. And that's exactly what it means. It's got nothing to do with bullying. Because if you don't want to be bullied, don't watch it. All right, guys, I've taken up enough of your time. Peace, love, brotherhood, unity, peaceful nonconformity. We're not going to win this war with guns. We're going to win this war by challenging unity and challenging their stupid laws and their policies of their corporations. YouTube, if you're in America, then you abide by American law, Constitution. If you can't do that, then we're going to siege your company. You don't belong here. We don't want fascism in the United States. And anybody that spits on the Constitution, you're spitting on my daddy and his daddy and his daddy and his daddy that fought in these wars for our freedom. And I'm not going to tolerate you spitting on my daddy and everybody else's daddy that died for our freedom. It's disgraceful what you're doing. It's hypocrisy. It's a violation of every civil liberty and freedom that we've ever had. You're the bully, YouTube, Google. You're the bully, not me. You've already said that my videos cannot be watched by the primetime media. So what the heck are you worried about? I'm going to tell you what you're worried about is that people don't want to watch your fake shit news. They don't. And if you eliminate the competition, then you create more jobs for them. So basically what you're doing is assassinating people's. You might as well just come to my house and cut out my larynx. Because that's exactly what you're doing. It's a violent, fascist way of keeping an entity that people don't want on this planet anymore. They don't want your lies anymore. They don't want to watch your sin and your Fox and your crap. Well, guys, I get Fox here, Channel 8, whatever. And they just lie 24 hours a day. The only ones that are in Fox that are kind of telling the truth is maybe Sean Hannity and a couple other people and Judge Napolitano. But we don't get that. We don't get that here in New Orleans. It doesn't come on prime time. So anything that's truth is not worthy of the human race. Simple as that. Because I'll be damned if I've ever seen Sean Hannity on Fox News. I see a bunch of lying, paid liars, and that's it. I don't see Judge Napolitano on Fox News, on my TV. Sorry, but I don't see it. It should be pumped through the airways equally as your bullshit lies and your fake media. You talk about racism, but you're telling me because I'm white, I shouldn't have a voice? Seriously. Because I'm a Christian, I shouldn't have a voice? Because I'm a conservative? What are you into killing conservatives? Of course they are. So was Hitler. So was Pontius Pilate. Nothing's changed. The power structure wants to stay rich, and God, the Creator, is giving us the voice to take them down. So guys, this is not a war between us and them. It's a war between the left and the right, Satan and God. And I'm on God, the Creator side. I'm certainly not on the left brain side, or the left. And you can't serve two masters. You can't. I'll be damned if I'm going to let Satan say, the internet is mine. It's mine. No, it's not. The internet was created in our society, and the internet has to follow the laws of society. I don't work for Google. I'm not an employee of a government. So therefore, you don't have jurisdiction over my free speech. Period. Your policies only apply to your employees, and you know it. You know it. I don't work for you. Period. I don't care what you write in your damn contract. You can't make a law above the common law. Period. And that's what you're trying to do. You cannot make a law above God's law. Period.